Okay, and live. So right, so I'm gonna start now. We are on live now on Facebook, and also it's being recorded to go on YouTube. You are all welcome to this platform, Prestige Cronza Consulting Firm PCCF. And the founder of this organization is Dr. Lonson Tom, which because of the situation of connectivity, we are still waiting for him to join us, but he will definitely join us to address us. Right, so now we need to move on and introduce myself. Okay, first of all, I want to acknowledge and express my gratitude to Dr. Lonsington, the founder of Prestige Cronza Consulting Firm PCCF, and the organizer of this 10 days online diploma in leadership and management. We started last week, Monday, on the 22nd of January, and we're rounding it up tomorrow. And after that, we'll be able to get your those who invest into the certificate will get their certificate. But I want to encourage you, please do the first and the second assessment in order for us to know how far you've understood our lectures on this topic. I also want to seize the opportunity to appreciate the fact that we are collaborating as well. Yes, you can international for this program, and the opportunity given to me as the founder of YYCI to share my inspirational nugget of wisdom on leadership and management in this program. So I also want to express my gratitude to all our great leaders on the platform here in the Zoom and also on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us. And I want to assure you that we will do our best to meet your expectation, and you'll be able to gain more knowledge, add more to your mindset, and also take a necessary action. Thank you so much.
Dr. Elizabeth Lucas is a dynamic and motivation speaker. She is based in the United Kingdom. She is the founder and director of Y.Y.C.I International. She has been invited to several international conferences to speak and lecture. She is an intelligent teacher, author, and she is a mentor to the younger generation. Please subscribe to YYCI TV on YouTube to watch her amazing videos. You will be glad you did.
This is just to let you know that there's nothing too difficult for you to do.
If we can change, then everything around us will change.
Without wisdom, you can't really create wealth. We're in the world of creativity. So let me use this opportunity to welcome you all, both on the Zoom live and also Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time this morning. I also want to encourage you to subscribe to YYCI.tv for inspiration and nugget of wisdom and other YYC events to watch again and again until you get it right. I also want to let you know that this video will be on this YYCI TV. If you want to recap or you've missed the whole section and you want to watch it and learn from it. All the videos since last week, Monday, has been recorded and they are on the YYCI TV. So avail yourself and watch it and learn and learn and learn and keep learning, because learning is living. And as a leader, we need to keep learning to upgrade ourselves, get ourselves better, and also to develop our skills that is necessary for us to become the effective leader in the society. So these are my informations, and these are informations about what I do as YYC founder. I'm also a transformational and inspirational speaker, trainer, mentor, and global advisor. I'm also an award-winning author of a book called Yes, You Can, and many, many books, all available at www.amazon.com, www.amazon.co.uk. Elizabeth by Elizabeth, Yes You Can by Elizabeth.com, elizabethcreation.co.uk, and other platforms. So, and we also at Yes You Can International, there is a program that we did last year, and we're going to do the same this year by encouraging our members to become a co-author. And also, if they want to participate and also become their own author or co-author, there is also an advanced training program for that. So let's move on. So these are all our accolades so far, and we appreciate all those that have acknowledged us and also reward us on all those awards. Okay, like I always say, the main reason why we are here on this platform is to do one thing: to break free from ignorance, lack of understanding, lack of vision, and also the unknown of our identity of who we are and our purpose. Because when you keep learning, then you keep understanding, gaining knowledge, adding more to your mindset, and also become a better person or best of yourself and what you do. But meanwhile, everything in life requires hard work, dedication, commitment, sacrifice, investment, honesty, integrity, and also gratitude. Become a life learner, because learning is living and is lifelong. As long as you live, you keep learning, because new things, new ideas, new innovation will always come to you, and you want to add more value to others and also to contribute to your working place, your organization, your company, and those that you work for. Curiosity will keep you thirsty for more, and no matter your level of education, you should never stop learning. And Y.Y.C.I Mama said, and I quote, "A thirst for knowledge is something that can never be quenched and should be a lifelong quest." So discover what you are capable of, your strength, your weakness, and keep yourself in a growth mindset and keep learning and look around you for opportunities. All our dreams can come through if we have the courage to pursue them, said by Walt Disney. Okay, so like I said to you, we started this program since last week. It's 22nd of January, and it's for 10 days program. And here we are on the 9th. Tomorrow we're going to complete everything, and then you'll be able to get your own better understanding to be able to perform well and also bring quality to your workplace or even in your organization. So we've covered all the green ones. We've covered them so far, and we still have few to cover between today and tomorrow. So leadership and management diploma program. Today, we're hoping to give a better understanding of building team, putting the strengths of team to work. Then hopefully, if I can't start it today, I will complete it tomorrow. Then we can continue with it for communication, for rapport building with team, and also the team motivation. So between today and tomorrow, this is what we will be discussing together. How can you consider yourself as a leader? To start with, your action is your leadership. And that is why you are training yourself, you are getting yourself better, you are learning how you can improve, how you can perform, and how you can add value to others in your team. So your action is your leadership, attitude, and bold, and be in a high confidence and be brave as a leader. For leaders to lead, direct, manage people, we need to know how to relate with them. So that is very important. And our main job as a leader is come to this formula. E plus R equals O. Event plus response equals overcome. I won't stay too long on this because I think I've used almost 3 or 4 days to explain on this. But if you still want more questions, please ask. How do you communicate properly as a leader? Ways to improve your communication skills. We've dealt with so many skills. If you have missed any of them, please watch the video, or also um, request for more information from Dr. Lonson, and also make sure that you answer the first and the second assessment, and then you'll be able to grab all the information. But from this stage, I will say, listen, listen, listen as a leader. You need to be listening. Who you are talking to matters, so you need to know your audience. Body language, you need to watch that one, how you are communicating your message to them. Check your message as well before you hit send. Check your message, that you are typing it, or you are saying it, or you are teaching it, or you are training. Always check it to know that it meets the requirement that is expected for that particular situation. Be brief and yet be specific. Write things down always, always, because you cannot grab everything at the same time. But when you write it down, you can go back to your note and recap. Sometimes it's better to pick up the phone. Sometimes maybe you need to use your phone to do other and to record one particular message that you want to get it better. Think before you speak, very important. Okay, so today we are talking about team building, and today and tomorrow. So what is team building? The action or the process of causing a group of people to work together effectively as a team, especially by means of activities and events designed to increase motivation and promote cooperation. So companies are starting to turn to act-based training program as a way of team building and improving morale, which is very important, because you cannot, yes, the founder or the directors of a company might have a great vision and mission statements and goals and objectives, but then you need a strong team that will work with you to meet up your expectations or to carry out the job. And that is why we need to work on this. Gain a better understanding of team building. Without this team building, there will be a lot of crises, critics, a lot of disturbances, distractions, and even the job might not be carried out properly. So that is how important it is, team building. All the organizations in this world, including the government, including the public sector and other, they all need a team building. So even as the governor, even as the president or head of state, you still need team building, because you still need your own committee that will work together. And even with that, there's segments of team buildings. Teams, there's segments. So, for example, you can have some people that will be close to you, and there will be some people that definitely they will be close to the team that you have created. So it's a segment, and you can do it. What is the meaning of this team building again? Meaning of team building in English, if I'm going to the dictionary now, is The process of encouraging members of a group to work together, for example, by having them take part in activities or games. The company puts a lot of emphasis on cooperation and team building. Why? Because these are the people that can work together to make up the team. And this is really from English, from Cambridge Dictionary. So what is the purpose of team building? The purpose of team building activities is to motivate your people to work together. It's very important to develop their strength and to also help them with their weaknesses, to address it and see ways to improve. Any team building exercise should encourage collaboration rather than competition. I think that is very important. I mean, because when you put competitions above collaboration, then it's no more team building, because you have to have a team spirit to work together. But when you put this competition above collaboration, you are giving individual chances to just focus on what they can do and do it right, which is, it could be good in some setting, but then we are talking about team building. So be sure to incorporate team building into your workplace routines and practices. Very important. So what are the 4 main types of team building? We have personalities-based team building techniques, activities-based team building techniques, skills-based team building techniques, problem-solving based team building techniques. And these are very important. May I just encourage you that when you come to a program like this, you don't expect us to give you everything. That is not going to help you. But whenever we say something, some of us, we might not elaborate it for you, because we want you to go out there, research more and study and get a better understanding. Because 1 hour may not be may not be enough for us to do such thing. So I want to encourage you to make yourself a great scholar and keep learning and building. Is team building the same as teamwork? Teamwork is the process of working collaboratively with a group of people in order to achieve a goal. But the team building is the ability to identify and motivate individuals, employees, to form a team that stays together, work together, and achieve together. Remember our own accolade from Y.Y.C.I International. We learn together, we share together what we know, and then we grow together. That is a team. That is the team spirit. So I also want to encourage you to keep that in mind. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, team spirit is very good. But the team leader should be able to encourage the team members to work together. Firstly, you need to identify their strength, identify who they are, identify their ability, and then you can delegate work for them. And at the end of it all, we are all focusing on meeting the goals and carry out the job. How do you build an effective team? Creating an all-star team. Develop your leadership skills, because when you are a very effective leader, you will be able to do more for the team. Get SMART goals. Let me see if myself, because SMART goals is not my theory, but you can go out there and search for SMART goals. It's written by somebody else. But let me see if I can get it right. I think S stands for specific. M stands for measurable. A stands for I don't know what that one stands for, but R stands for reality and T stands for time. So that is another assignment for you to go out there and learn more about SMART. But if you know what, I think it's A stands for achievable, because I've read so many books on that, so I shouldn't be forgetting that. So S stand for specific. Be specific of the goals you want to make, the job you want to get done. Measurable, you need to measure it. And also from there, you should be able to know how you can achieve it, how you can achieve it. Then A stand for achievable. Can you achieve it? Because let's be realistic with ourselves. R stand for for realistic. You have to be, can we achieve it at a certain time? And then you set your time and then you meet that goals. All right, that is not where we're going. Establish meaning and purpose of what the job you want to get done. Define roles and responsibilities among the team. For example, somebody might be the one writing the minutes of the meeting. Someone can be responsible for arranging the meeting. Somebody can be responsible for how to monitor the actions we are taking after the meeting and other responsibilities like that. Embrace diversity. Always make sure that there's diversity in your team. Make hiring a team effort. Communicate effectively. We've dealt with communication for the past few days now. We've talked and we've even communication, listening, we've dealt with it. So if you miss out all this, please avail yourself with all the videos available at YYC TV YouTube channel. Then focus on relationship. A team without relationship cannot work. So you need to relate effectively with your team members in order for us to work together, cooperate together, unite together, and do the work and get the work done. So what are the 4 steps of effective team building? The stages are forming, followed, storming, numbing, and performing. But before I go over there, I think that is, before I go over there, let me come out of my slide for a second and appreciate those that have joined us so far. And I want to welcome my Bishop Dr. Nelson Percy from Australia and also in charge of Pakistan. You are welcome, sir, for joining us today. Dr. Lawson is in the house, and I want to give him the opportunity to say something quickly. So, because he's the founder of this organization, Y.Y.C.I International just collaborated with them. So, Dr. Lawson, can you address us quickly before we move on? Dr. Lawson?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for everything. Today is the 9th day of training. We trust God that we are getting to the end of it. At the end, we shall all be rejoicing, and also we know our part to play as leaders. Let us not interrupt the class. Maybe after the end of the class session, we'll talk more. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And may I also use this time to welcome Bishop Nelson Percy, our patron of Y.Y.C.I International, to quickly address us. Bishop Nelson Percy, are you with us? Okay, I think the connection at the moment probably where he is. All right, that makes me to say thank you so much. Thank you, Nwanko Elisa. Thank you for joining us today. And others, I think I've mentioned their names earlier. Bishop Nelson, we want you to address us as the patron of YYCI. Okay, I think I will continue with my teaching so that we can finish on time. All right, so we're talking about, we are talking about the stages of forming, storming, numbing, and performance. Forget about this one. I think I'm just being, okay. Identify each of these 4 stages of team development helps you underscore your team's needs during each time. And I'm going to be giving you a few theory for you to know about the forming, storming, numbing, and performance. The forming stage, as its name suggests, the forming stage is formative. It's the time where your team learns about upcoming projects and structures. Here it's typical for teammates to feel excited, anxious, and curious about what lies ahead. No matter what their feelings are, one common denominator is team look to their leaders for information. It's up to you to provide clarity, ensure team align, and employees motivation. When your team learns more context about what's required of them in this stage, they will feel more confident. As a result, you will establish yourself as a leader of a team rooted in transparency and trust while you communicate clear expectations and team principles. This is the foundation that will set up the new stage successfully. I hope you understand that. Then the storming stage.
Yes.
Your team will experience obstacles in the storming stage. This is because they've begun working while originally things has been going according to plan. Roadblocks crops up during this time. Your team needs to communicate clearly and rely on one another rather than turn on each other. This is a crucial point in team development where leaders can pinpoint bottlenecks, areas of improvement, and couple with them strength to build forward momentum. The thing is, not every team is cut from the same cloth. Some teams members may see your involvement as micromanaging or frustrating, which is really true. This is where it's important to level with individual contributors and truly get to know what is going on. So we need to reason together, ask questions, and also get a better clarification. This is a great time to reflect on what makes a high-performing team able to accomplish tasks and move through obstacles. This is where probably the leaders will be able to do some short training to give them awareness and also to encourage them and also to teach them how to really work together and how they can perform and also contribute to the job that is ahead of them. The numbing stage. Team development is more apparent in the numbing stage. This is because your team recognizes how they can trust you. You can see they've started to be thinking, can we trust this leader? Can we trust what he's saying? Is it possible to work together or to work with him? And each other, in order to complete tasks, move towards their objectives and rely on each other for help because we don't know it all. So this is the place where we will now say, okay, yes, I've come to stay. I've come to work with others. And how can we do it together? And then sometimes probably they've assigned you or delegate you to something to do, the work to do, your own tasks. And you might not even have a better understanding of what you really want to do. Or maybe you have a less understanding. This is the time that teamwork really works because you can ask help from others. After the storming stage, they recognize behavioral patterns, the strengths of individual, and develop foresight for upcoming roadblocks. The numbing stage is more harmonious since teams understand why it's important to ask for help. You see, that is good because it makes you relax that you are not just being thrown into a lion's den, that you have people around you that you can ask them questions. You can clarify what you know or what you don't know. Even when you are confused, they are there for you. You are all there together. You will help them, they will help you. That's the way it goes. So this is the perfect. So how to come to you with questions when they need guidance. They will first of all go to the leader. And then the leader can able to guide them and encourage them and give them a better understanding of what is really you want to achieve. This is probably the leader will set a guidance and also set up some questions or encourage questions from the member of the team to set the guidance. This is the perfect team development stage to learn about how your team overcomes obstacles and bond through shared experience. This team I'm talking about, for example, I work in the hospital where the doctors and the nurses and the caretakers and admin, they have to work together. No one knows it all and no one is an island. So we have to work together so we can support one another. The nurses can support the doctors and the doctors can support the nurses and the nurses can support the other departments as well that are in the hospital. That is the way we're talking about. So we all need to have a spirit of working as a team or team spirit. So the last one is performing stage. At this stage now, when your team has grown through the stages of team development, they establish a state of flow. Now we are flowing together because we've all known what to do. We've known our tasks. We know how we're going to contribute. And now we are assured that our leader is helping us, is supporting us, and he has set up the guidance. And even if we don't understand it, he's ready to repeat it and to explain it better. We've also known that our team members, they are also ready. So we all have one spirit of coming together and working together. And our aim is to achieve our goals. So this means they understand how to work together in this time that helps them reach their goals. The performing stage is a clear indication that your team is in a state of alignment. They not only understand how to ask for help, but they also develop a gauge for when it is an opportune moment to speak up and evolve and also to learn skills. Because when you are working as a team, you don't just, yes, you focus and build your own skill and demonstrate your own skills, but at the same time, you are learning from others if you are smart like me. In the performing stage, you will notice fluidity with communication and overall conversation. This is demonstrated through high morale, productivity, and engagement. It's an ideal state for any manager to witness their team's growth and ask reflective questions. In this stage, your team is able to evaluate both sides of the coin. What went wrong, what went what went well, and what didn't go wrong well, and outline what they need to do in the future. They will be able to know what they have achieved and what they are still struggling on, and how can they overcome those challenges. Okay, so the questions to ask our team in the performing stage could be, because remember, that is the final stage. You see, how was your experience on this project, this particular project we just finished or we achieved? How do you feel? What's your own experience? You can ask members of the team. What did you enjoy most in our activities? What was the most arduous one? How did you overcome adversity then within that? Because personally, you will also be experiencing some other things around side with other team. So individually has their own way of experiencing it. And from there, they can experience frustration, struggles, and other things like that. So it's the job of the leader to now, after everything has been done, to sit them up, to sit them again, to sit them around and also to ask some questions in order for all of us to do better in the next project or even wherever we go. It's a lesson that we need to learn from it. Then you can ask them again, how can I improve my support for the team? Now the leader is asking the members as a leader, Can you share with me how I can improve my support? Because I know other projects is still coming. So, and that one, the members will be free to say what they have to give feedback of how he has really led them. And then he can gain and he can also improve and find a way of improving himself and getting better for the next project and yourself individual next time. Good. So what are the 7 C's of team building? The 7 C's of team building effectively will be capability. Capability. What are you capable of doing as a leader and even as a team member? Cooperation. How well are you ready to cooperate with one another? Coordinate. Some of us will coordinate within the team as we carry out our job. So how well are you coordinating the meeting? For example, for somebody that will be coordinating the meeting, somebody that will be coordinating other activities within the team. Communication, which is the key point. How are you expressing yourself? How are you delivering or sending the message across the team? So individual need to assess that. And not only just sending the message to the team members, what about how well are you receiving the message and getting the better understanding for you to implement? Communication is the key there, because if we can't communicate effectively, the team will be frustrated, they will be lost in the way, they will be confused, they don't have a clearer message, and they won't be able to perform well. So that is why it is so important. And that is why this communication again, if you are not sure of what you've heard, ask questions and then get a better clarity and understanding. Cognition, coaching, and condition. So we need to know and be aware of the condition that surrounds what we are doing, and also the right solution for the problem that we want to solve. Coaching, it is the responsibility of the leader of that team to be able to coach the members right way, to be able to mentor them and even to inspire them to perform well. Each represents a crucial aspect of what makes a team strive and excel. And I believe all of us, we know how to do that as we are thinking. I got a message now. I'm sorry, I have to go back work. This is okay. That's fine. We appreciate you, sir. Elisa, thank you for joining us. Get the tip later. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. How do you unite a team? Uniting a team is a crucial step in the success of the company. When the team are not united together, then there will be no proper, perfect, there will be no excellent, there will be no good performance. But when we have the same team spirit and we are working together, collaborating together, connecting together, understanding one another, and even understanding beyond just carrying out the job, understanding who we are, because you need to know your team members so that you can know their strength and the weakness. Even when they are struggling, you'll be able to support. These are the work that is very important. So you need to ask yourself questions. You need to ask yourself questions. You need to listen and decide. You need to set goals. As a leader, you need to encourage communication. So get them involved. Even if one of them are shy and they want to say something, find a way to inspire the person. Because you know what? We all have leadership in us. We all have leaders in us. We have greatness in us. And every one of us has great ideas, great opinions that can help us to carry out the job. So it's the work of the leader to know how to encourage or inspire every one of the members to contribute and also to share. Demonstrate the trust. You need, as a leader, you need to demonstrate it for them to be able to trust you. Maybe you need to ask them more questions. Maybe you need to share your own experience, your own stories. Maybe you need to give them some wisdom. Maybe you need to show examples so that they will know that if you can do it, they also can do it, and we can do it together. Encourage communication. Said it. Organize friendly moments between the employees. Very important. You know, some of us, we can spend 12 hours at work. 12 hours out of 24 hours is half of the way. So we don't want to stay in one place for 12 hours, not happy, grumbling, complaining, lamenting, and not carry, because all these things I just mentioned are negativity that can reduce our performance. It can reduce us, and we are not happy, but we have to enjoy our 12 hours out of 24 hours. So it is the work of the manager or the leader to ensure that the employee or the team members are working comfortably. The environment is good for them. And the language we are speaking to one another, especially when we respect ourselves, we all need that. Then involve an interim managers. That means you have your own team. There's also another team somewhere. You can collaborate together to work together. You can learn or borrow their own ideas. And even within that place, you assign somebody, because sometimes any condition can rise up, any challenges can come up. You might be in a situation that you can't attend the meeting. You might be in a position where you can't be there at that time. So you make sure that you appoint somebody that can deputize for you while you are not there. It's very important. At Reactive Executive, the news is every day, and we like to share it with you. So you share, you express, you make your team comfortable, your employees comfortable in what they are doing. And that is very important. What does team growth means to you? A growth team is not the same as sales, marketing, or product team. Rather, it's a team of its own that works alongside all these departments, fills in the gap, and helps all the other teams work in greater unison. The growth team will work to improve the processing of this other team through their problem solving. Right. Let me quickly come out and appreciate all our leaders that are on the platform. I still see my bishop on the platform. Bishop, were you able to speak now? We just wanted to quickly say hello to us. And because this organization has collaborated with Y.Y.C.I International, and Bishop Dr. Nelson Pavers is also our patron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm listening. Sorry, at that time it was very noisy. That's why I could not speak. Sorry for that.
Okay, sir.
I'm glad to hear your leadership speech, and I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all the participants. I pray for all of you. I never forget everyone in my prayer daily, and thank God today. Because I was very busy during Christmas and New Year's, and frequently travel, and also I have some church activities as well, and peace activities. And thank God, on Sunday we have a special event for multi-faith couple blessing. So I blessed many of the people. So just want to share with you. So thank you, Dr. Queen Elizabeth, and I appreciate my dear brother, Dr. Lucas. He's also very hardworking and cooperative with you, and I always remember you being an example leader for all of us. Thank you, and for all participants. Thank you for all your speech and efforts. I appreciate it. God bless all of you.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate your time because I know you are very busy at Australia. Australia there, you are very busy and we appreciate you. But why are you not opening your camera, sir, if I may know? Is it, are you okay with that today? Because normally you normally open your camera, but today you didn't open your camera. We noticed that, sir. Okay, so we need to continue again. And thank you so much, Dr. Lonson, for giving us the opportunity to collaborate with your organization, Prestige Cronza Consulting Firm. We really appreciate that. Now I need to quickly continue. I just want to acknowledge our patron for YYCI. Okay, so what does, yes, I just mentioned that. Let me recap. A growth team is not the same as sales, marketing, or product team. Rather, it's a team of its own that works alongside all the other departments, fill the gap, and helps other teams work in greater unison. The growth team will work to improve the processing of this other team through their own problem solving. So what are the 4 C's for team leadership? What are the 4 C's for team leadership? If you want to establish a team, identify. You have to give your team an opportunity to openly discuss these 4 C's of a team identity: clarity, commitment, contribution, and concern. Clarity, commitment, contribution, and concern. I want to encourage you to gain a better understanding of this. Clarity is you are ensuring that your team members understand the work on the place, understand the guidance, understand the goals that you want to achieve. Commitment, be committed to it, and encourage your members also to be committed. Contribution, encourage and motivate everyone in the team to contribute to the activities of meeting up the goals. And then concerns. Apart from all this work focus, we also need to be concerned with their welfare, or if any one of them is withdrawing or they are not happy or they are frustrated in what we're doing, it is your duty as a leader to call them aside and ask them questions and also motivate them to carry on with you. What are the 4 C's of team building then? Like, it's all related to one another, like what I just said. In conclusion, the 4 C's of teamwork are critical components for building a successful and high-performing team by focusing on communication. Like I always emphasizing on that. Communication is very important. Commitment is very important. Confidence, you need to find a way of helping them to build their confidence while they are working with you. And coachability, as a leader, you need to be coaching them, mentoring them, guiding them, encouraging them, and motivate them. You can create a team that is productive, engaged, and resilient when you apply these 4 C's. What are the 5 pillars of teamwork then? The 5 pillars of a successful teamwork are trust. You need to build trust. You need to allow them to trust you. And then you need to trust your members of your team. Conflict resolution. Yes, when you are gathered together, we are all human beings. and we are building, it's just like you building a relationship. There will always be conflicts. So you need the ability to be able to resolve those conflicts. Commitment, like I said before, accountability. This is your team. This is your people that you are leading. These are your members, your followers, those that are looking up to you, those that are ready to learn from you and to work with you. So you need to be accountable for them. Then result. Focus is on result, the end term result. So let's work together to achieve that result. So you need to keep encouraging them and keep reminding them of what really you want to achieve. Trust grows when team members are willing to be vulnerable with each other. You need to let every one of you needs to know that no one is perfect. We are all training to get better. And while we are working together, we are learning from one another. So there shall be tolerance, patience, because it's very important, understanding, and also willingness to work in respect of our differences, to work together. They must have confidence as well that their fellow members' intentions are good and helpful. So they need to build that confidence and trust one another. So what makes a good team question? What makes a good team question? Reflecting team building questions. What's something you never thought you would do but did? That's a good question. So these are reflective questions. What clinch or phrase do you most live by? How do you unwind after a long day? Long day is not easy. Working a whole day. So how do you reflect? How do you relax? How do you unwind? When you are feeling down, how can team members cheer you up? Good questions. These are the questions you can ask yourself. You can expect it and also ask yourself so that we can work together, so we can think sometimes outside the work, so that we can know what always cheers you up or what's frustrating you. Because when the team start asking themselves these fine questions, it builds trust and confidence. What is the best advice you ever received? We can discuss that as well. How do you best learn new information? So these are the questions that you can build, you can ask while you are building the team. What are the reflective team building questions? Like I said, again, we have about 3 here. What were your team top 3 priorities this year? Do you feel that you were spending time on the right thing? I think this is reflecting. So you are reflecting, you are evaluating yourself now. Do you feel that you were spending time on the right thing? Name 3 highlights from the year and 3 low lights, your highlight and the low light. Those that makes you feel high and those that makes you feel low. These are the things you can do while you are even building rapport, because you want to know your members more and the members also want to know you more. So what did you think? What did your team do this past years that has had the most meaningful that impact? That's the place you reflect to what has been done before. You can celebrate that, and then you can look ahead of what you can do even more. How much do you know about your team members? Very important as the team leader. Know how they work, their strengths, even their weaknesses. And some of them can be introverts or extroverts. So you need to learn more about this theory on introverts and extroverts, so that when you come across any of them, you'll be able to bring your knowledge back and think that, okay, this one is introvert. How can I support this person that is in our team? This one is extrovert. How can I support that person? This one has strengths. How can we use the skills, the strength, the gift that he has to carry out our duty? How can I encourage her or him? And then the weakness. How can we encourage him to improve even in that area? Because all what we are all doing is improving ourselves, upgrading ourselves, getting better. And these are the things that are supposed to come into the informations you need to store in your mindset. They are also a key part of increasing team collaboration and team bonding. When the team are strong, when they are united together, you will see the traces of they are collaborating with the work done. And they are also bonding together. When you spend time getting to know your teammates as people and not just employee or co-workers, you are more likely to trust one another and work better together. So that is also, this also, when you are building relationship or building bonding together with your team, these are a few questions you can ask them. What is one of your worst fears? What is the most important thing still on your bucket list? What is your highest goal for your career? What is your greatest professional success that you have achieved? What is your greatest personal success as well? And if you had to pick another career, what would it be? How do you deal with change? So as a leader, these are the questions that you can use to want to build a rapport or to want to bond together with your team members. Remember, you are the leader. You are the pioneer. You are the driver of the car. So whatever you do is what they also will learn from you to be able to lead as well. You will be duplicating the leaders. That is your job. So even if your team are just 10, when they learn from you good skills, they'll be able to duplicate it to another team. And that is how we make up a change in the nation. So what are the 4 traits of successful leader then? The 4 qualities of an effective leader are the ability to build influence, maintain a strong system of communication, inspire employees and keep them motivated to perform well, and then lead compassionately. Leaders with these qualities help their employees thrive in both their personal and professional lives. Okay, I think we are about to finish up. But let me just quickly say this before I go. Mindset is everything. We can be discussing about all these various topics on leadership, communication, building team. But if your mindset is still fixed, then you cannot change the system. You will want to do exactly what you've done before. You might not want to try the new style or new skills or even come out of your comfort zone. But when your mindset is growing, and you allow your mind to be growing and you are feeding it with the latest information, that is the only way you can make a difference as a leader and also a leader of a team. So the state of our mind of every individual, personalities, governments, influencers, philanthropists is needed to change our belief system. So it's all going to down onto your mindset. So you need to shift from having your fixed mindset to to shift it from fixed mindset to growth mindset. And from negativity that it cannot be possible, I can't do it, all those kind of things, to now shift it from negative to positive. Only the positive mindset, we drag you, we move you to the next level of your development. Like I said, that state of your mind We also dictate your beliefs. And your belief system dictates how you operate. Sorry about this. Okay. I will so round up, and then I will leave it to you all to start talking. Our belief system dictates how we operate, perform, behave, relate to others, become, lead, and manage others. Our belief system also dictates how we perceive ourselves as a leader and how we perceive others. Our belief system also dictates how we treat ourselves, the way we present ourselves to the other team members, and how we also treat others. The last one, how we manage the resources available to you, your faith with your God, your time, your emotions, and even your set ones. So mindset is everything. In everything we are doing, we are gaining knowledge, because if your mind is not set to want to do it, you won't do anything. And it will be of a waste of time sitting or going to conferences and convention and workshops and masterclass without renewing your mindset. You cannot perform, transform, and also succeed in life. So this is your time as a leader in any profession you find yourself. This is your time to achieve, to become, to give birth, to receive, to perform, and to celebrate who you are and celebrate others around you. And yes, you can. Now, sorry for my coughing. I think it is now time for you to help me by contributing and asking your questions. This door is open. So before I start calling people, please ask your question. Learning, thank you so much, Engineer Wilfred Okelezo. You contributed. Thank you for that, sir. Learning is never ending. The day you stop learning, you start dying mentally, unknowingly. Thank you, sir, for your contribution. Right. Question time. Christian Uzero, I'm waiting for your question. Uzera. I'm waiting for your question. Lukman, I'm waiting for your question. Joseph, it's time for you to contribute and ask question. Engineer Wilfred, sir, we are waiting for your question. I think any questions today? If there's no question, then we can stop. Any questions? Do you want us to stop and also to come back tomorrow to continue? Because we need to continue with this information to give you the right information for you to be able to apply it to your life. Any questions, sir? With Lukman, do you have any question for us today? Or any contribution? Joseph, you said you were going to contribute yesterday and there was a problem with your connection. What about today? I'm waiting for your question. Engineer Wilfred? We all went quiet on me now. Are you here? Please, if you are here, please let me know that you are still here. I can see your name. Hello, Kristen, Engineer Wilfred, Joseph, Dr. Lonson. I think I need to hand over to you. They are too shy to speak today. They are waiting for me for tomorrow, the final day.
Brother, we don't have questions.
Eh? You don't have any question?
No questions today.
Eh? Okay. I think two people were speaking at the same time, so that is why. So let's go for Engineer Wilfred. You want to say something, sir? Okay. It's still the connection. All right. Christian, do you want to say something?
So, there's no question.
Okay. Okay.
Explain.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Thank you so much. Joseph, Ambassador Joseph, anything to contribute or question? No. Okay. Right. I'm going to use this time to hand over to Dr. Lonson to round it up, and then we'll call it a day. Dr. Lonson, it's your time now.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you for the wonderful class. Team building is very, very essential and crucial in our day-to-day activities. Our dear listener and our participants, we are so much delighted to have you on board. We trust God that whatever thing that have been given to you, that you are going to utilize it. Because after now, we'll be going into our evening class and also expecting your own assignment. Very, very important. Your assignment. Please try to submit your assignment. We have been receiving some from our brethren. Equally do yours. 8 o'clock in the evening, we will meet as usual on WhatsApp. Then tomorrow, we'll meet also and also receive those that have booked for their certificate will receive their certificate tomorrow, because tomorrow is the last day for this training. We thank you for everything. God bless you.
Okay. Can you do us a favor of posting on the chat box the how to join the WhatsApp, and also to acquire their own certificate, and also the 2 assignments? Can you please write it on the chat box so that those people joining us for the first time will be able to grab it? The only thing I would say is that if you miss any video for the past 80 days, please avail yourself to YYCI.TV YouTube channel, and also join the group or connect with Dr. Lonson that can also share with you all the previous lectures. Thank you for joining us. So please, Dr. Lonson, can you place all the informations on the chat box?
Okay, Your Excellency. I can only post the last assignment because the first assignment, I cannot learn on it immediately.
Okay,
but I
that's
am
fine.
posting the last assignment, and I will also post the link on how to join the WhatsApp so that those that are new here can equally join us.
Okay, that's fine.
And get all the information there.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right.
Thank you so much. I've seen it. So I believe that every one of us can see it on the chat box. And for all our Facebook friends, if you want to connect with us so that we can give you the information, please email me on yYCI.academic@gmail.com, and we'll be able to give you necessary information. But if you want to watch all the previous videos, please avail yourself to YYCI.TV YouTube channel, and you get all the videos from day 1 of this 10 days program on leadership and management diploma. Thank you so much. And even if you are acquiring for certificates as well, email me on that email, and I can pass it on to the founder of Prestige Cronza Consulting Firm, and they will arrange to contact you and tell you all the procedure for that. And even if you want to partake on the assessment as well. So my email is yYCI.academy@gmail.com. Thank you. Any messages there? Thank you. Wonderful pictures. That's it. Thank you so much, Christian. I was happy. I was hoping you will contribute or ask questions, but that's fine. You don't have any questions, so if you enjoyed everything, you've understood it, that's fine. So we'll be watching you closely, how you are applying your leadership. That's great. That's great. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So we're just going to call it a day and see you this evening at 7 o'clock Nigerian UK time, 8 o'clock Nigerian time on the WhatsApp to learn in depth of all these things that we are discussing here. Like I always say, I'm an inspirational and transformational speaker, lecturer, teacher, trainer, mentor. So my own is to lay the foundation, especially in the areas of mindset. So all the things I've been talking to you, remember that I always use questions, so that you can reason and think critically. But when you come down to us in the evening, you'll be learning in depth on leadership and management. So thank you for joining us. And now I want to call it a day and end this program. So thank you, Engineer Wilfred. Thank you, Ambassador Joseph. Thank you, my sister Comfort Freddy, for still staying with us. And also the final thank you to Dr. Lonson Tom for giving us the opportunity and giving YYCI opportunity to collaborate with you with this program, and also giving me opportunity to share my inspiration and nugget of wisdom. I want to say thank you, sir. God bless you. Bye-bye. Have a nice